Hello everyone, my name is Haven, and today I am reacting to two songs. I'm going to do two songs in one video, and it's because both of these songs have already been released, like the album has been released, and so it only makes sense to do both, at least to me anyways. So I am reacting to Lorna Shore's Pain Remains 2, After All I've Done, I'll Disappear, and I'll be doing In a Sea of Fire. So I'm doing both of those. So the album's already released, so I'm kind of practically a week late on these reactions, but I kind of wanted to take a week off. Even though you won't really notice me gone for a week, I've technically haven't done anything for a week, so I just needed a break away from, I guess, my computer, a break from gaming, a break from just everything, really, because I was just, I don't know, I was starting to feel overwhelmed, and I just needed to, I just needed to stop and just take a break. So I did. I kind of took a 3-day break, but overall, I didn't record anything for over a week. So you won't really notice it, because obviously I have stuff scheduled. So, yeah, the album dropped, and I've listened to it like a million times, and I plan on doing a review on the album. A really thorough and just in-depth review. I say that, but it probably won't be as thorough and in-depth as someone who does a ton of research. But I've listened to the album several times, so I feel like I can give a good review on it, what I think about the album. But until then, we're gonna check out Pain Remains 2 and 3. I haven't seen the music videos, I've only heard the songs, so I already know structurally how the songs are. I'll still give my input on them, and I guess we'll just kind of go from there. So with that being said, let's jump right into this. I just want to say, when I heard this song, especially after hearing the album for the first time, I was very hesitant on wanting to hear this and number 3 because I hadn't heard them yet. But I said, fuck it, I'll listen to it. I could still react to it, react to the music video and everything. And so when I heard this song, part 2 here, it threw me off a little bit because I didn't realize that this was the direction they were going to go for this second song. I thought it was going to continue on. To me, I thought the first song was going to be one large continuous song that they just broke up in 3 parts. And to a degree, it is. It all tells the same story. It's just, it changes up, instrumentally, the sound and everything just sounds, just the song itself just changes it up. It's going with a different instrumental, I suppose, while continuing on with the same song, I guess, if that makes sense. Yeah, no, just listening to this, I was like, well, this is kind of, I didn't expect this direction. I didn't expect you guys to go this way with it. I was expecting it to get more powerful and more heavy and just more insane. But you said, hey, let's just change it up and go just do some crazy cool stuff with part 2. And so, I mean, yeah, I just didn't expect it. So, yeah, let's keep going. Overall, the song's really good. And I can't wait for part 3 as well. Yeah, we're gonna keep going on. And the music video as well. I guess we're still following the same guy, which of course we are. He seems to be trying to cope with the loss, and so far, I mean, considering this has something related to suicide on it, I imagine he's probably going to take his own life. But this is, I mean, it just sucks when you lose somebody because you don't know what to do, and sometimes you just don't know who to turn to. And it seems like with this guy, it doesn't really seem like he has anybody else to turn to, so he's kind of turning to God at this point, maybe. I don't know. Okay, maybe he's not turning to God. Maybe it's so weird. You would. Maybe for the aesthetic of the music video, he is by himself. But I don't know. It's very uncanny, I suppose, or maybe liminal to a degree when it's just one person at in a church, a big church, for a funeral. Yeah, I don't know. Unless he's there like before everybody else, but you would think there'd be still some people there. But maybe they are. Maybe they're in the back. You just don't see them. But I don't know. It's just very strange seeing nobody there. Because usually, of all the funerals I've been to, which is like a couple, because I don't go to very many. Only because not very many people die, or at least people I know die. But yeah, I don't know. The funerals I've gone to, there's been a bunch of people, so it is strange to see just one person there, and it's just him. It makes me think that they probably kept to themselves and didn't really have any friends, or I don't know. I don't know the whole story, but I don't know. It just sucks. Just imagine being there by yourself. Like I can just see the amount of just what is racing through his mind. Like he's probably just going through various stages of grief in his head, trying to bargain, try to figure how can I make these, bring her back, or how can I, how can we fix this, just whatever. Like it's eating him up inside, but he's trying so hard to compose himself, and it's you can see it slowly deteriorating him, like he's slowly falling apart.
After all of my pain, this fucking world destined to disappear.
I was not gonna be able to watch. If it showed him cutting his throat, I was not gonna be able to watch that. I have like this underlying fear when I see stuff like that. But oh wow. Okay, well, I guess they weren't allowed to show the blood on his neck, which I suppose would make sense. If it was here on YouTube, they probably wouldn't allow that. So it makes sense. I mean, it's probably bad enough as is that this video is probably not going to go very far, considering it has elements of suicide. So it is what it is, right? But yeah, this was part 2. Probably, I'd say the hardest one to watch for me, only because of the ending, I suppose. But I mean, it's hard overall, because I was thinking about it while watching this. I was like, I feel like this is going to happen to me one day. I'm going to have, because I have that kind of luck, where I'm going to find someone who I think is just amazing, the best thing that ever happened to me, and I'm going to lose them somehow, like, because they have cancer or whatever, and it's going to be like so traumatizing and dramatic for me, because it's like, after all, all the things, after everything I've done, after climbing so far and trying to escape, the traumas of my past and to try to make something better at my life, I feel like it's going to come back in one giant F you, and it's just going to take someone I care about the most. And that just sucks. And I feel like maybe that could be the same case with this guy. Like, he just feels like, like I could probably project myself into him, like finding that one, just that one person that makes everything better, only to lose them, that just sucks. But yeah, so this is part 2, and we're going to jump to part 3. I think, personally, I like part 1 and part 3 better than part 2. But I'll get into that, hopefully, when I do my review. So I guess with that being said, this is going to be a longer one. This is going to be 9 minutes, almost 10 minutes. So I'll try to minimize as many pauses as I can. But I don't know what to expect when watching this. So this might be interesting. It reminds me when the devil showed up in Constantine, like that dramatic build-up. I feel like the devil's gonna pop up and just be like, "Here, I'll give you one more chance." wonder what he realized. He had to have realized something. I mean, I think he died and he came back. But the question is like, if that is the case, then what did he see? Because now he's back, he's at the funeral, and I guess now he's like pissed. But what is he mad about? Like, is it another stage of grief where he's mad that he lost her? Or what? I don't know. But I guess, I don't know. The story is very interesting so far. And I can't wait to see where it all goes. The song, especially with the build-up, the intro build-up, it's... I wonder, in the context of the video, I'm still trying to figure out what that means exactly. I guess, like, was it his ascension? Did he come back from the dead? Did he come to a realization? And hence why, with the intro of the song, it was very symphonic. So I'm very curious about that. But overall, as a song in general, it sounds really good. Like, I always have a soft spot for bands who have orchestral or symphonic openings. So yeah, I think that's part of the reason why I like this song so much. And plus, when it does hit its build up, then it just comes in crazy like usual. So I love it. I bet she's gonna burn the house down. Oh, wait. Maybe him cutting his wrists didn't work. And so he has a better alternative. Maybe he's going to burn the house down with himself inside it. Would make sense. Hence why it's called In a Sea of Fire. I think of that before. Interesting. All right, so what an insane and very interesting conclusion. I will say that. Um, I really enjoyed, and I think really, I guess when it comes down to it, it was really worth the wait to see where they would go with 2 and 3, and I am glad to see what they did. I think it's really, really fantastic and really phenomenal, honestly. The amount of work they could have put into this. Not a lot of bands have the type of, I guess, maybe creativity or drive. And maybe it's not always that. I do think that sometimes some bands just don't have the budget, to really put out something like this. But, I mean, I know that, very few bands can reach a level like this. Like, I held Shadow of Intent, with high regards for the longest time. And I mean, I still do. Like, obviously, I still do. And, but like with Lorna Shore, they've really stepped it up and said, hey, we can really make an interesting production with this. We can really, like, make art, and they did. And so with this album, I really feel like this album is really just an art piece. It's going to be one of those things that's going to stand the test of time with how amazing it is. Like, they've really created something here. Like, this is one of those things that, when you look back and you think like some of your favorite bands from like the early 2000s or early 2010s or whatever, and you think about that one album that solidified the band, this is going to be that album for Lorna Shore. Same thing with like Ice Nine Kills and the Silver Scream and a variety of other bands, So yeah, this is going to be it for them. So I can only imagine and wonder where it's going to go from here, because it could go up or it could go down. And in some cases, once a band hits that peak album, it's really hard to capture that magic again. Trust me when I say that. Like, a lot of people say the Silver Scream 2 is like still captures that magic, but I don't think so. I feel like they're trying to hold on to something that just isn't, you can't do twice, or at least the way they're doing it. I feel like they should have changed it up a little bit, enough that it seems different, but it's still the same, I guess, if it makes sense. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not thinking of the right words to say there. But I mean, just a lot of bands, when they do capture that magic in the bottle, it's just that they try to do it again, and it just ends up being a disaster because they try to copy what they did last time, and it doesn't work twice. I can think of Disturbed. When Disturbed did The Sound of Silence, it was a phenomenal song, and obviously because everybody did a reaction, everybody listened to it, it was all over the radio. It was like one of those songs that everybody was doing, like was listening to, and it in a way, it kind of brought Disturbed into the mainstream light, and so they were like getting noticed more. And what did Disturbed do? They decided to put out an album after that just didn't feel like them. I didn't feel like it was Disturbed, you know? Like, they just didn't really feel the same, and I think a lot of people can probably agree to that, you know? Yeah, The Sound of Silence was a great song, but to do a whole album with that same level of tone, you know, like basically toned down from their original stuff, it doesn't always work, you know? I know that bands want to evolve, you know, Linkin Park evolved, and even with their evolution, a lot of people weren't okay with it, but, you know, there's a better way to evolve. I can say that much. You know, some bands adapt, like Bring Me the Horizon. They've adapted very well, and everything they've done so far has been amazing. I don't know about the new stuff, but I mean, I'll have to listen to a little bit more of it to really say for sure. But you know, you just got to do it right. And so I hope with Lorna Shore, hopefully the success of this album doesn't get too much to them, and they try to capture that magic in the bottle again by doing the same thing, because it might not work the next time around, you know? So, I don't know. We'll just have to see where it goes. But overall, these two songs are great. What about you guys? Do you like the songs? You hate them? Let me know in the comments below. Also, yeah, with me doing a review of the album, I'm going to try to put that out as soon as possible. I'm trying to work on a script. That way it's a little bit more refined. That way I'm not repeating myself, because I do that a lot in my videos. I'm always repeating myself all the time, and I hate it. So I figured if I make this, you know, do a script, I can make it more refined and basically tell you what I need to tell you without repeating myself over and over again like I just have just now. So I guess without making this video any longer, thank you guys for watching. If you have any songs you want me to react to, let me know in the comments below. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. Drink plenty of water, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.